Are you that person, the one your friends and family always turn to when they need to plan a trip? The one who actually enjoys digging through hotel reviews for fun? Well, today we're going to explore if you can actually turn that obsession into a real paying business. We're doing a deep dive into a company called Fora Travel to answer the big question, is becoming an advisor with them really worth it? And this quote right here from travel blogger Melissa Byron just nails it, doesn't it? It's the dream. The idea that this little side project, this thing you love doing, could actually grow into something that really matters, both for your life and your bank account. Her story is the perfect place for us to start. So this is the core of what we're talking about today. Can you actually make a profit planning travel? We're not talking about just getting a few freebies or hotel discounts. We're talking about building a legit business. We're going to use Fora as our case study to see what it really takes. So first, let's get on the same page about what Fora even is. Okay, first things first, what is Fora? The simple answer is that it's a modern host agency for travel advisors. But what makes it different is who it's built for. This isn't your grandma's travel agency. It's designed from the ground up for people who probably never thought they could be a travel agent. So what's the secret sauce? Well, Fora's big appeal boils down to a few things. You get super flexible training you can do from anywhere. You get modern tech that makes the booking part way less of a headache. And this is a big one, there's a huge emphasis on community. It's really aimed at this new wave of travel experts, the bloggers, the creatives, the super organized planners who already have people asking them for travel tips.
Here is a quick break. If you want to master the digital marketing secrets to grow your travel agency business and get hundreds of leads, I've created a complete step-by-step guide, which you can download for free from the link in the description box. Now, let's continue.
All right, let's get to the part I know you're waiting for, the money. Can this actually work financially? What does it cost to get started, and what can you realistically expect to earn? Let's run the numbers. The main cost you have to think about upfront is the annual fee. It's $299. Now, our sources do say you can sometimes find a discount, which might bring it down to around $249. But either way, the real question is, how fast can you actually make that money back? Okay, this table breaks it down perfectly, and the math is actually pretty simple, even if you just start by booking your own trips. Let's walk through it. Imagine you take 4 trips in a year, 6 nights each at a hotel that's about $250 a night. That's $6,000 in hotel bookings. If the hotel pays a pretty standard 10% commission, that's $600. Now, as a new advisor, your cut is 70%, which comes out to $420. So you pay that $249 discounted fee, and you've already made a profit of $171, just from your own travel. But, and this is a really important but, here's the reality check. While booking your own travel is a great way to cover your costs at the beginning, Fora is a platform for building a business. The whole point, and the only way to stay an advisor long-term, is to actually get clients. This isn't some secret travel discount club. It's a launch pad. So the money can make sense, right? But the worth of Fora isn't just about dollars and cents. A lot of advisors say the real value comes from the support, the training, and that community feel. Let's dig into why that stuff is so important. And you don't have to take my word for it. This is a review from Sierra Killian. She highlights 2 things that really stood out to her: how good the training is and the fact that you can do it at your own pace. Plus, she calls out that focus on community. It really suggests you're not just tossed in the deep end and expected to figure it all out alone. And it's not a one-off thing. Here's another advisor, Tanima Manan, saying almost the exact same thing. She calls the support and education invaluable for her growth. You see this pop up over and over again in the reviews, this idea of incredible support and always having something new to learn. So if we boil it all down, what are the big wins people talk about? A couple things on this list are huge. First, no sales minimums. That takes a ton of pressure off when you're just starting out. Second, you can use your own brand. For a content creator who's already built a following, that's a total game changer. And on top of all that, you get access to perks like room upgrades and spa credits for your clients that you'd have no way of getting by yourself. Okay, but it's not all sunshine and complimentary breakfasts. No platform is perfect. And to give you the full picture, we have to look at the downsides and the risks. And there are a couple of really critical things you need to know before jumping in. First up, the commission split. When you're new, you start by taking home 70% of the commission. Now, that is lower than what some of the more traditional agencies might offer. So what's the trade-off? Well, you're basically trading a bigger piece of the pie at the start for a much easier entry. All that training we talked about, and a tech platform that just works. Your split does go up as you sell more, but it's something you have to be okay with from day one. Now we're going to get into something a bit more serious. This is a huge warning, especially for anyone listening from the UK. This quote comes from an anonymous UK advisor, and frankly, it's a massive red flag. They said they felt like they were in a legally gray area because of specific UK travel laws. So what on earth does that actually mean? Well, basically, the UK has these consumer protection schemes, ABTA and ATOL. Think of them like a mandatory insurance policy that protects customers if a travel company goes bust. This review claims that Fora's setup doesn't provide that protection. That means the individual advisor, that's you, is left holding the bag for all the complex legal compliance and liability. For anyone in the UK wanting to sell package holidays, that is a massive risk to take on yourself. Okay, we've seen the good, the bad, and the, well, legally complicated. We've looked at the money, the perks, and the really serious warnings. So let's pull this all together and figure out if a platform like Fora actually makes sense for you and your goals. This slide really lays it all out. So who is Fora for? It seems perfect for people who are already that trusted travel person. The blogger, the creator, the friend everyone asks for advice. It's for passionate people who want to build a real business. Who is it not for? Anyone looking for passive income or a shortcut to free travel. And based on what we just saw, it could be a really risky move for UK advisors who need to sell package holidays. And that brings us right back to Melissa Byron's quote, which is one of the most honest things you'll hear about this. Success here isn't a given. It takes hustle. It takes a real business mindset. Fora gives you the tools, but you have to be the one to actually build the house. And that's really what it all comes down to, isn't it? Becoming a travel advisor isn't just turning a hobby into cash. It's starting a real service-based business with all the hard work that comes with it. So the final question isn't really, is Fora worth it? The question is, are you ready to build a business?